I'm Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And we are the champions, my friend. I'm going to stop there before we get copyrighted. And this is From Our Perspective. Episode 32.
32.
This is, the big milestone. We already made
the big
that joke,
3-2.
I think we did that last week.
I don't care.
This episode is the first is brought to you by the Florpus. No, this episode is the first episode I'm actually recording in my dorm room, which is interesting.
Is that a bit weird?
So if there's any loud noises or
like you hear like
disturbances, there are people in the room next to me who are so loud all the time.
I'm so sorry.
Like when we talk, like the other day when we were talking, every time we talk now that I'm in my dorm room and you're like, are there like ducks in the other room?
It sounded like ducks. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
it's these
quacking.
It is a room full of girls who are just loud and always laughing. Like they were I couldn't sleep last night, not because of them, but they were literally up till like 2:30ish. And I was like, I was so tempted, even though I couldn't sleep. It made it harder. I was so tempted, and I would never ever do this, but I was so tempted to get up, go to their door, and just like yell through it to shut the hell up.
Oh my god!
It's
don't
like
do that.
But it's really annoying. And if you know one thing about me, it's that I hate annoying people.
Yes, that is true.
But it is. It's crazy. So if there's anything like that, I can't help it. I'm sorry. That's how it's going to be for a long while with the podcast. There might just be disturbances. I was thinking about this the other day because we had a fire drill, and I was like, what if I was recording right now?
I think that'd be interesting.
That
would. We would run outside, or you would run outside. I would like to imagine you're holding your computer and your mic. We're still recording the whole time.
Everyone's looking at me, and I'm like, I'm not stopping. I'm never stopping.
This is amazing. This is comedy gold.
I'm gonna get like a really, really, really long like mic cord, so I can just walk with it. Like I live on the 3rd floor.
So I would just like pick up your computer and your mic and stuff.
No, that's
difficult. That's silly.
That is silly.
That is silly.
What's not silly is like 100-foot mic cord that I would have to carry with me. But yeah, it's interesting. It's like, this is the first time I've kind of lived on my own, I guess. I mean, I'm not really alone. I do have a roommate. How's
that going?
Huh?
How's that going? Roommate
it's all right.
Situation.
We literally. I mean, he's a pretty chill dude.
Does he listen?
Not that I know of. He knows about the podcast. I told him about it, like straight up before we even met in person. I was like, "Oh, I have a podcast with my friend," just so if and when I recorded and he was in the room, he wasn't like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Are you just like talking to yourself right now?
He's like, "Why are you talking about some random topic for an hour to your computer?" But yeah, so he knows. I don't know if he listens, but he's a pretty chill guy. We don't really talk much. We keep to ourselves, which I like.
That does sound nice. That's the way I would want it.
Yeah. I'm not very sociable. So it's nice though. He's like I said, he's a pretty cool dude.
Well, that's good. At least you don't have like a bad one, because I can hear they can be pretty bad.
Yeah. Like my brother, when he went to Western Kentucky for a couple of years, and his roommate, he hated him. I have a friend who I graduated with who goes to school here. He didn't take the gap year, but he was rooming with an actual neo-Nazi.
Oh my god!
Like, I don't think he was he wasn't like going around saying I'm a neo-Nazi, but I talked to the guy, and I was like, that dude is like pretty much a Nazi. And then my friend
How
was
did you
like,
know?
my friend
Did he
originally
say
was
like
like,
I prefer Pepsi or something?
huh?
How did you know? Did he say like I prefer Pepsi or something?
Yeah, it was something. It was like it was something like I don't like pineapple on pizza, and I was like, oh, you're a Nazi then.
Hold on, what?
I do like pineapple on pizza.
Oh God, no! I like look down and I'm in like a Nazi uniform now.
You speak with a German accent. Anyway, let's not get banned in Germany. But yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, it's nice to have someone who is similar. That I mean, I think he likes to keep to himself. If not, then I guess I'm just like a horrible roommate.
He's like, man, I just can't get through to him.
He's like, I really like to talk to him, but he's just always got his headphones on. Which is just me anyway. I'm always either listening to music or watching something or talking to someone over the computer.
Myself.
Sometimes I'm scribbling with blood on the walls of my dorm room.
Sometimes I'm speaking dark incantations to my demon lord.
To Cthulhu. But no, it's pretty good so far. It's my second week. I just finished. The time I'm recording this, it is Friday of my second week. I actually have a long weekend, which is nice.
Yeah, I do too. That's fun.
So, and I only have one class on Fridays, which is really nice. So I got that out of the way. When I was walking to class today, there was someone on a unicycle, and I was like,
"Is that really a better way to travel?"
I was like, "Pardon?" I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
I've seen a lot of skateboards.
Here's skateboards. I totally understand. You're like, it's like, okay, you're a skater boy. I'll see you later, boy. No, it's like, it makes somewhat sense. Like,
yeah,
it requires balance, but it's not like the balance requirements of a unicycle, and it is definitely a faster mode of transportation.
Were they walking. Were they like getting it on the unicycle?
Here's
were
the
they
thing.
Like booking it?
Here's the thing. I have seen, I think, 3 separate people with unicycles, because I've seen other unicyclists, and that person did not look like anyone else I've seen. And there was someone on a unicycle in like our cafeteria, or they weren't on it, but they had the unicycle.
Are unicycles just all the craze?
I guess they are. I guess unicycles are the new thing. It's just really weird, and that was gonna be like, because I feel like unicyclists only do it for, especially in public, only do it for the attention. And that was gonna be what.
Like, hey, look at me!
I can.
You want to see me juggle?
And that's, I was gonna talk about this week, because it is my week, talking about how to draw attention to yourself, and that was the reason why. Because I was like, this person has to be doing it for attention.
Hey, if you got a talent, why not do it?
I don't know. If anyone listens who is an avid unicyclist and has a problem with me saying that you do it for attention, then contact me and I will apologize formally. Until then, just walk or ride a bike. Add a wheel to your unicycle, please. It just seems dangerous, and maybe that's because I'm not trained.
Yeah, I don't know how to ride a unicycle.
I feel like there's other things that are just incredibly weird that I've seen, where I'm just like, what is this? What is going on? But
what if I was like, I saw a guy, he was like walking on his hands.
There's a guy. There's actually
all the way.
there's actually someone on like a backpack-sized helicopter just hovering 3 feet above the ground.
He had a jetpack. Another guy.
That was nuts.
I've seen some scooters,
like
as well,
like Razor scooters, or like.
I kind of like that.
I think I saw one.
A couple of them have been motorized.
Okay. Oh well, you're like basically in a city, and those motorized scooters are like a virus in those cities. They're parasites. They're everywhere. Like I went on like a little day trip with some of my friends to Nashville. I know I mentioned it before, but those people were just scooting around everywhere, dude. They were literally everywhere. It was crazy. Which I mean, it looked pretty fun. just to be able to scoot around on a little motorized scooter throughout Nashville, like being able to weave through, because especially on like the main strip, there's so many people on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
That it gets a little claustrophobic.
How are you going to weave through them then if it's that?
Well, you can ride on the side of the road in like the bike lane. So I can totally see the use for it. But you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. That's not what we're talking about this week. This week, it is my topic. I'm not talking about attention, but I'm going to talk about dating.
Finding love.
Me and Sam are both very lonely. I have a public speaking class, and I sit, like, when I showed up, I sat in the front row, but, like, close to the wall.
Uh-huh.
So we were doing this exercise about, like, when you're giving a speech to make eye contact with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And my professor was like, make sure you look at Trace. And then there was someone on the other wall. His name's Warren. He's like, make sure you look at Trace and Warren and make sure you talk to them because they're so lonely. And I was like, but here's the thing. He kept singling out me, saying, like, did you speak to Trace?
Trace is
so lonely over there.
Forever alone, Trace.
I was like, why are you singling me out and doing it so truthfully? Because he was like, Trace is lonely. I was like, you're right. I am very lonely.
Are you a therapist? Can I talk to you about this?
Can I talk to you? I stopped the class. I'm like, listen, can I talk to you real quick? I am very lonely. But let's try to fix that, Sam. Let's try to find places to date. Let me grab a quick sipski of my LaCroix.
I feel like you're gonna give me some great advice.
I'm hoping on it. Let's first talk about the best dating sites of 2019.
Okay, so like maybe I can like try out these if they apply.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can if you find one that applies to you.
So this one's not very funny. This one is actually very like useful. It gives you a list of sites and applications. Or apps. I don't want to make it seem like there's like a job seeking process for the dating world. There's a list of websites and apps, and it says what they are best for. Okay. So we're gonna go through that, see if any stick out to anyone. So we've got the dating app Bumble, which is one that I have downloaded on my phone. It's
only for bees.
It's only for bees. Buzz, who's looking for a hookup. No, it's I have this one downloaded. It says it's best for confident women. So the thing with Bumble is it has
that does sound like that applies to you.
Yes,
you are a confident woman.
I am a very confident woman. No, the thing is it's a dating app. It's kind of got the same thing as Tinder, where you swipe left or right on people you may be interested in. But unlike Tinder, it makes the woman make the first move. So there's no like. I think the gist when it was made was saying like, so there's no like creepy pervs who are trying to like get with women. It's like if they feel comfortable, they'll match, and then they can send the message.
This just sounds useful.
It does, except for women find me repulsive. So I don't have much luck with that one.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. They might find me repulsive. I don't know. I don't talk to them.
They might.
Next one down is Tinder. Tinder's like, I would say, probably the most popular.
Tinder's like Bumble.
It's just like Bumble.
Women don't make the first move.
No, it's
just keep comparing them back to each other.
To each one of them.
Just saying what isn't.
Yeah. So Tinder, it says it's the best for quick and easy hookups, and that's what people use it for. I don't think you need to. It's like basic. Most people. I have this one downloaded too. Most people on that app are like not looking for a hookup, and you occasionally find someone who's just like, want to hook up, and then someone else is like, yeah, or no, or whatever. But yeah, this was the one that started like the swipe right or swipe left phase in the app game. I think I would say it's definitely the most popular.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't have any restrictions. Anyone can start the conversation. The other day I matched with someone, and then, like, we were talking a little bit, and then they were like, "Can I have your phone number?" And I was like, "That's it." We probably sent like 3 messages or something.
What's your
like
address?
That. I was like,
Social Security, please.
I was like, I don't want to send
Credit
you my
card number.
phone number. Could I send you like my Snapchat information, and we can like talk on there?
Can I send you my MySpace?
Well, so I sent that. I was like, can I send my MySpace? And she was like, yeah, of course I have a MySpace. No, I was like, can I just send you like my Snapchat? So that way we could talk easier. And she didn't have my phone number. And as soon as I said she could send my as soon as I said can I send my Snapchat, she just unmatched with me. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I did something wrong or if this was like someone trying to steal my information or something.
I mean, I don't know.
It was weird. Anyway, next one is OkCupid. So this one says it's the best free dating website. So some of these, like OkCupid, I know only because it has commercials online, or not online, on TV. Some of these I know. The next like 6 or 7 I just don't know.
Okay. What are they?
So the next one is Hinge. It says best for serious relationship seekers. So
Why
that's
Hinge? What does Hinge have to do with anything?
I don't
know.
Like
on a door?
Yes. You're the door to my wall, and we were brought together with a hinge.
You are the door to my threshold.
Apparently, if you're looking for a quick and easy hookup, go to Tinder. If you're looking for something a little more, go to Hinge.
Right.
This next one is Coffee Meets Bagel. I feel like I might have actually heard of this one. It's best for breaking the silence. Don't know what that means, but I think what it means, I think like
the app screams at you.
Yeah, it just scream. You match it, and your phone starts protruding a noise so ear piercing that you can't stop it.
Yeah.
I think that one said around like, go get coffee with this person. It kind of sets up that first interaction. I think that's
there should be a dating app that lets you send bad pickup lines to people.
Oh, you can do that on any of these.
I know you could do that on any of them, but it's exclusively
It's exclusive. You have to do it.
And if you don't, you'll die.
Next is Happen. Best for misconnections. Don't know what that means.
Misconnections? Like, I don't know. What would that mean? Like somebody walks past you and your phones are like...
You could have looked at them, and who knows where it would have gone from there. I don't know. This next one, and Happen is spelled without an E, so it's just HAPPN. So I don't know what that does for you. It's an app. Of course, they just lose a vowel, and it
take out all the vowels.
Take out the vowels, and it's an app. The next one is The League. It says best for people with high standards. So if you're too ugly, you cannot get on this app/website.
The League. Like what? Like the League of Nations?
No, like. Oh, this person is way out of my league, like that. So this is The League. I was like,
did Woodrow Wilson make this?
This is, this is The League where, like, all of the people who are out of all of the normal people's leagues, this is where they are located. This is where they chat amongst themselves.
What happens if you try to get on there and, like, you're not in the league?
It's like upload a photo of yourself, and it like, there's like a team of people who look through all the photos and are like, you're too ugly for this app or something like that.
No, they have like a one of those AI things that like recognizes pictures, and they've run just like a bunch of hunky guys through it, and so like as soon as it matches your face to their face, and it's like The hunk factor is too low.
Too low. You can't have it. Can't have it. The next one is Clover. Best for confirming a date. Now, I think I had this one downloaded for a little bit.
Why would Clover have anything to do with confirming a date?
It's an app. It doesn't have... The title has nothing to do with anything. You're reading into it.
I feel like they should, though.
When have apps ever really had anything to... The app name ever have anything to do with the app? If it's not like a game or anything.
Well, Tinder is like... You use Tinder to make like a fire with like a spark, so it's like that makes sense.
I guess.
Or it could be taken as like Tinder, like Tinder love.
No, it's spelled like the spark thing, like the flame.
Yeah.
And its little
But
thing
still.
is a flame, so I can see that. Regardless.
Or like okay Cupid, you get that.
Yeah.
Cupid.
Regardless.
Clover though.
Best for confirming a date. So
Best for leprechauns.
If you're an Irish dwarf, then this app is for you. I think the gist of it is you can match with these people, send them talk to them for a little bit, and then send them like a date thing, like, do you want to meet up at this location at this time, stuff like that, and they can confirm or say no or whatever. I only had it for like 2 days.
I think I can improve Clover.
Well, I'll get you in contact with them because I know them so well.
Yeah.
The next one is Plenty of Fish. It says it's best for conversations. This goes with this. This should appease you, great judgment giver, because of the plenty of fish in the sea.
Yes, that does make sense.
Next one is Match.com. Best for someone with money to spend. I guess Match is just like the rich people dating app
For rich
now.
people, I guess. Yeah.
And then the last one is eHarmony. It says it is best for marriage seekers. So if you're looking for something even more than a serious relationship, if you're just looking for like the 90-day fiance type dating world, then eHarmony is the one for you. So yeah, those are all of the dating sites. It gives it gives you more about them lower on the thing. I probably should have been reading this. I just thought it was a list, but okay, it's fine. It's whatever. So those are the best of 2019. The next article we have is the weirdest.
Okay.
These are it's on ranker.com. So they are ranked apparently by I guess popular opinion. It's ranked the weirdest niche dating apps. So number one, I can't wait to read into this one. This one is called Diaper Mates. Yes, you heard me correctly. Diaper Mates. It says we're 99% sure that if you're a diaper person, you already know about Diaper Mates. What is a diaper person? What is a diaper person?
You probably do know if you consider yourself a diaper person.
Is that a person made out of diapers? Is this some sort of...
Yeah, it's like the Michelin Man, but with diapers.
Some sort of Michelin Man-esque monster. But on the off chance that you're clomping around your apartment in a diaper, wishing you had someone to change you, and then in parentheses they said, ugh, sorry for typing that, and I am also sorry that anyone had to listen to that sentence. Then use your little fingers to log onto your new favorite site.
Oh my god.
So I've watched stuff like My Strange Addiction, and there are people who are like they like to live as babies or children. Is that basically this?
I guess so.
Or is there like people who literally like they physically they can't control their stomach
No, Trace, it's not for people who can't control their bladders. It's for freaks.
But I'm just trying to imagine someone who's like really embarrassed about like that they actually have to wear a diaper, and they're like,
well, I guess finding a person who's into that. It would be convenient.
Just imagine. This is gonna get a little weird for a second. Just imagine someone's just like very anxious about their diaper. Like they have to. And that's not, I mean, I feel sorry for those people. That's not funny.
Yeah, that's a serious problem.
But they're really embarrassed. I'm like, maybe I could find some. Maybe there is something out there for me. And they go on diapermates.com, I guess. And they're like, they find someone and they're like, they just get a message back from like some really attractive woman, and she's like, "Oh, let me change your diaper, little baby."
Little baby boy.
Little baby. Oh, you're such a little dirty boy. I'm so disgusted with myself right now. Oh, you're such a little dirty boy. Like,
you want me to get some wet wipes?
There's always a joke I tell with my cousin and his girlfriend where I'm like, I just boom my dye it needs changing.
Great. Sounds like you
dye change.
Fit in pretty well on this website.
Oh, he's a little stinky boy. Boom just dye. I'm sorry everyone.
You should be.
Okay, this next one, let's move on before I actually find out something gross
before you
about
actually
myself.
boom in your dye.
Before I actually boom my dye. This next one is clown dating.
Okay.
It's a clown
I think this
dating
is perfect.
Yeah, this one makes sense.
Keep them out of the gene pool. Maybe they'll eventually diverge from humanity.
They'll become their own species, clowns.
That sounds terrible, actually.
Like they're actually born with a big red nose and
yeah.
Like pale,
oh my god,
like,
how horrible!
Like pale white skin. Everybody loves a clown. Let a clown love you. Clown dating site announces. Apparently,
Nobody
forgetting about all
clowns.
the creepy clowns in pop culture, but they do have a point. Behind all the makeup and the red nose is a lonely heart.
Probably because they're a clown.
Because they're
I got a great solution for you. Stop being a clown.
This one,
you'll probably find a date.
This next one is great. This next one is probably the greatest website that will ever exist. It's called Pounced. Can you take a guess what this is for?
So this is, you download the app,
mm-hmm.
and other people with the app get a notification that you're nearby, and they can tackle you.
They have to track you down and tackle you. That would be
yes,
that would actually be
on you.
That would actually be really like a really good app. But no, it's for furries.
Ah, shit! I should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
I expected it to be more like, I don't know, like Fluff Love or something like that.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, like something to do with fur, like in the name. I get Pounce as like animals do that, but
Pounced.
I'm just disgusted now.
Yeah, Pounced, a dating site for furries, is not only one of the most niche of specialized dating sites. It's also very interesting ellipses.
I think this person's a secret furry.
If you're into that sort of thing.
This person's a secret diaper wearing clown furry.
I think the person who wrote this, who came up with this list on Ranker, is actually into all of these things.
That would be.
Okay, this next one kind of has. Okay, this one is called Awake Dating. I don't know what it is yet. Go ahead and give.
For people who aren't asleep.
Oh, this is for conspiracy theorists because they're awake to the knowledge. They're woke.
They're woke,
if you will. Awake Dating is the only place for you to find love when you know that there are lizard people living inside a hologram moon. If you need someone to snuggle with on those long nights while you're researching the El Duce Air Force Base, this is the site that will warm your tinfoil-hatted heart.
Hold on. Yeah. How can a lizard person live inside a holographic moon?
Because they're
hologram moon.
Because they're lizards.
That doesn't explain anything.
Shut up. This next one's great. This next one. I can't wait till the one after this one. Meet an inmate.
It's fun. We'll get to it.
Meet an inmate. Guess what that one's all about.
That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, is the prison system is supposed to reform. So, if you can find an inmate who's someone who's like a Andy Dufresne type, trying to. I mean, I know he was innocent, but still, who's trying to better themselves and the people around them, and they just so happen to have committed a crime and they're in a prison. Good for you. I don't care. This one it's definitely niche, but it's not. I guess it's not that far fetched. The next one. This one is just fucking great. This one is wonderful. Okay. And I'm surprised it's this low on the list. This one's called Mullet Passions.
Mullet
Passions. Mullets may not be your personal cup of tea, but apparently there are enough fans of them out there to power mullet passions. Those who champion the party in the back lifestyle can chat with fellow enthusiasts or simply use mullet passions like a social media site. And the picture that they provide...
Is it a dating app?
I would assume so. It says you don't have to use it as a dating app, I guess.
You can just talk about mullets with people?
I guess. The picture that they used for this part is beautiful. It's probably a 50 to 60-year-old man who's got a lit cigarette in his mouth and another one, an unlit cigarette tucked behind his ear for just ready to go usage. Yeah. He's got a blonde mullet that reaches halfway down his back.
Oh my god.
This is a power mullet, dude. This is the king of mullets. He's got a cut off, like a sleeveless that he cut off, I think, t-shirt on, tucked into his Wrangler jeans. It looks like a picture straight out of the early 2000s.
My nightmares.
It's great. It's great. Okay, this next one, the Atlas Sphere.
What?
Atlas Sphere. What do you think it is?
Is this for people who like Ayn Rand?
Who like what?
Atlas Shrugged? Ayn Rand? What is this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right.
I knew it, see? Why were you, asking me a question?
I don't know what that is. Are you furious that the Atlas Shrugged film trilogy didn't outperform Kazam at the box office? Wait, how did the Genie movie starring Shaquille O'Neal outperform anything at the box office?
Because I guess nobody wanted to go see Atlas Shrugged.
What is Atlas Shrugged, and why are you acting like I should know what this is?
It's a book by Ayn Rand. She's it's like a philosophy about life.
Okay.
I forget what it's called exactly, but it's about, I don't know, it'd take a while to explain. And I don't know a lot about it.
Okay, it says if you're outraged that it didn't outperform Kazam at the box office, then get ready to find love on the atlasphere.com, a place for Rand fans the world over to meet up and kiss after splitting the check on an affordable meal. I have no idea what any of that is about. Okay, this one is called Refrigerating.
What is it? Just tell me what it is.
Refrigerating, created by John Stonehill and Samsung, allows you to find your future mate by swiping on a photo of their fridge. If you're keen about clean food storage or are looking for someone whose life is just crammed and chaotic as your vegetable drawer, then this dating app just might be the mate matching site you've been looking for. The Refrigerating website even offers advice as how to food storage correlates with particular personality types.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I'd be less pissed if it was literally about people who identified as refrigerators trying to find each other.
You're just like, I'm a refrigerator.
Then a stupid idea where people...
Oh, your orange juice is about to go out. Maybe we could too?
Maybe we could go buy some together. And then canoodle.
Okay. I was trying to see how many there are on this list. It only goes to 12. This one is witch dating. It's very self-explanatory.
For witches?
People who think they're witches, delusional people, basically. This one is Sea Captain Date. If you're ever looking for a fellow skipper, then this is the website for you. Do you love feeling the unceasing movement of the ocean underneath your feet at all times? Do you often stare at lighthouses and sigh? Do you like potential mates who can pull off wearing a captain's hat? Then you're going to love Sea Captain Date. I would love to get on this website right now. That actually sounds great. Just imagine finding your love as she like longingly looks at a lighthouse and just lets out a deep sigh as she wears her captain's hat and is just yearning to feel the unceasing movement of the ocean underneath her feet. The next one is gluten-free singles. If you don't eat gluten, there you go. I don't know why they have to kind of like segregate themselves from the rest of the dating community, but I guess it's whatever. I
guess it's the same thing as the clowns.
This one is fucking great, and I'm surprised I did not know about it.
What is it?
This one's called Dead Meat, and it's MEET. I want you to take a guess at what it is.
There's no guessing. Is it dead people? Because that is really messed up.
That would be really funny if it were dead people. No, it's for
butchers?
people. It's for people such as grave diggers, morticians, funeral directors, forensic investigators, autopsy specialists, and anyone else who works with those who have gone to the great beyond. Yes, even taxidermists. The group was started by mortician Carla Valentine after she found out that she had a lot of her regular dates were creeped out by what she does for a living. This list actually does go on. It just hadn't loaded all of the ones. All the way down on 21, which is like nine lower than Dead Meat, is Farmers Only. The famous one.
You don't have to be lonely.
At farmersonly.com. I'm surprised that one's that low, I guess because it's kind of gotten a little bit more mainstream.
People know about it.
Yeah.
People don't know about diaper mates.
Yeah, that one is definitely the weirdest one.
That or the clown one, because it's like, how many clowns are there really?
Like 3, I guess.
And I mean, I feel like the disparity in number of male clowns to female clowns is pretty big.
All Clown Mates is trying to do is just put a smile on that sad clown's face. That should be their tagline. Clown Mates, if you're looking for a new tagline, I'm here for you. Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about the good ones. We've talked about the weird ones. Maybe if you have a specific thing that you're into or
none
anything
of these
like that.
Have piqued my interest, except maybe the captain one.
That one is actually really... I think if you wore, like, the right clothes, you give me, like, a sea captain vibe for some reason. Like, if you had a captain's hat and, like, smoked out of a pipe, or even if it was, like, one of the... Like, in the cartoons when it's just, like, a little bubble pipe, if you did that.
Yeah.
I would be like... I feel like a sea... Whether you do it or not with your life, a sea captain is your calling.
Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind.
Look into it. Okay, so we've talked about all of that.
Yes.
So now let's just tell you all the rules of the new rules of the dating world. Times have changed, and so have the rules regarding the biggest game of your life, dating.
Trace, I didn't know the rules to start with.
Well, let's get you on the road to the new ones. Sam, I didn't know that there were rules either. I thought it was just as wild as the fucking Wild West, dude.
I thought you just tried to do your best.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
And I thought that would be good enough.
But I guess your best wasn't good enough. No more waiting game, rule number 1. It's done. Dead. Over. Yes, no more waiting. 3 days after a date to contact your new love interest? Psh. As the dating rule book certainly isn't law, don't wait 3 days to call her/him. Just do it. Shia LaBeouf. If you had an amazing first date, text your date the very next day and let him/her know how you feel.
Text him the very next second.
Text them as soon as you drop this person or they drop you off at home. You're just like, that was a really fun time. When can I see you again? They're like, I'm literally looking at you. You haven't even pulled off yet. Rule 2. He asks, she pays. I'm confused about this one already. The one traditional dating do that still stands is the general belief that men are supposed to make the first move and pay on dates. However, as per an L/MSNBC dating survey, 57% of women would offer to pick up the check on the date. The best win-win situation in this scenario is to split the check. Therefore, here's the thing, and I don't know if I guess I did know this rule because it apparently is a rule. Especially if I've kind of initiated, I guess, the interest, like, hey, do you want to go out? I feel like, I don't know. I guess
I think that might be a good way to solve the problem, right?
Say, whoever says, do you want to go grab something to eat, they pay for it. But here's the thing. Even when I go out with my friends and eat, I'll offer to pay, and sometimes I do. They're like, they grab their card. I guess it was just the way my family is. Like there's always a fight over the check because everyone wants to pay. So I kind of do the same thing.
That's a good way to be, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know. I always like to pay. I mean, I don't like to, but I always
remember,
feel like
Trace,
it's nice.
If you go on a date with a lady and she offers to pay, punch her. And say no, I'm paying.
She's like, oh, I'll pay for it, and I flip the table. I'm like, don't you fucking dare. And I just set the table back up, and I just continue as if I didn't flip a table. Yeah. Okay. I would never hit a woman. I would never hit a woman. I don't want to gloss over this bit. I would never hit a woman. Rule number 3, ensure every date is fun. Is that necessarily set? Like,
is that a rule?
Who wants to go to a boring
I want to go to... You know what? I'm feeling a nice boring night. I just want to go be bored.
What if we just go and literally watch paint dry?
What if we, go and get tortured? I'd like a nice painful night. Oh, I got a better one. Let's walk down dark alleys and hope we get mugged. That'll be fun.
That's a fun one. Dangerous dates. Yeah, I don't have to talk about that one.
No shit playing fun dates.
No, yeah, I don't have to talk about that one. Your past is always present. Prepare to be Googled. What?
Okay, I feel like that was they thought they were pretty clever with how they worded that. They're like, the past and the front.
We're the Huffington Post.
What do you mean Googled? Yeah, you know what they're going to find?
Here's the thing.
Nothing. Maybe a podcast?
Yeah. Here's the thing. If I'm like, this is just my personal opinion. If I'm like, oh, I'm interested in, hello, madame, I'm interested in you. Would you like to go on a date? She's already said no. Yeah. Hello, madame. She's like, nope. I would like to go on a date. She says yes, and then proceeds to Google me. That just seems a little crazy to me personally. I don't know. I just don't think that's I guess that's a possibility. Your dates are digging for the past before they even shake hands. If you're arrested 20 years ago at a protest, be prepared to talk about it.
I just Googled myself.
What did you find?
Well, the fourth one down is like a memorial to somebody.
Like a obituary?
Yeah, like they died in 1953.
And their name was also Sam Borders.
Oh, and then there's my Twitter profile.
Oh, hey. Yeah, it'll pop up. It's just... I don't know. Rule number 5, 40 is the new 30.
What?
I guess because our lives are getting longer and people, I guess, are more active.
So 40 is your deadline to fall in love now.
I guess. It's just not...
Hey, how old do you think the person who wrote this article is?
Probably over 40.
31.
Oh, yeah, they're like, I'm good.
They're like, I still have time.
It's not just Jennifer Aniston, who is like 50 and she is still so attractive.
Yeah,
it's not just Jennifer Aniston and Demi Moore, who look amazing and decades younger than they actually are. We are all living longer these days, and in many cases, aging is a lot more graceful. Maybe it's time to reconsider widening your dating age parameters.
Hey, I now, look about 15 years older than I am.
If I'm 30, I'm not going to... I mean, I guess I could find someone who's 10 years older than me who makes me happy, but I'm not going to be searching for that person. To me, there is still that gap. Like Dick Van Dyke's... I don't know if they're still married, but his wife is like 40-something, and that man is like 90 years old.
Yeah. Like, what could they really have in common?
She saw him in Mary Poppins as a child. And it probably still came out before she was born.
Yeah.
Do not ignore red flags. No fucking shit. If someone seems crazy, they are.
Or like they're not interested.
Yeah.
That might be.
The world is smaller than ever, of course, and end it well. These last three, they don't even have to.
The world?
Yep. Most dating relationships
smaller than ever, end it well.
Oh, it's saying if the relationship doesn't work,
be petty.
Yeah, be petty. Ruin
Drag their
life.
name through the mud. Tell their boss all the horrible things they've done.
Okay. So we've kind of talked about the general scope. This is the last article. But some people, maybe 30, maybe 40 isn't the new 30. Maybe 60. Maybe 70.
What are you getting at?
This article is called Where to Find a Date Beyond the Internet, and it is published by the AARP.
Oh, well, let's not make fun of this.
It's funny, though. They're
just trying to find love, Trace.
I know. It's just... I never expected to go to the AARP website and read up on how to find a date.
I mean, a relationship, psychologically speaking, it's probably very important. I wouldn't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I just kind of wanted to touch base. It is, older people do find love still.
Unless these tips that you're about to give me are kind of crazy. In which
they're
case,
really not. It's just major.
It's like go get drunk.
Well, here's the craziest
hit
one.
The clubs.
Here's the craziest one from AARP. Consider single trips. For the more adventurous types, there is a singlescruise.com where you can go on a Caribbean cruise with a ship full of single people.
You can go on a boat full of eligible people.
Here's the thing. I hate the thought of like thousands of 60 to 70-year-olds all horned up on a cruise ship together.
Like you just like look out at the cruise ship and it's just rocking from side to side.
Oh my God! Stop. See, I guess that's the weirdest part for me. Is it's just like.
I get it. Yeah.
It's hard to imagine like a 70-year-old couple.
I guess I've watched a lot of Golden Girls, so I'm used to the idea.
I forgot that there's one who's like the group whore.
Yeah.
Who's like 70 years old.
And she's getting it.
Ugh. Okay, I'm done.
I'm done with that.
I'm done with this. Okay. Let's wrap this shit up.
Did any of that help you?
The AARP website really helped me. I'm going to sign up for singlecruise.com. Just imagine me.
Just imagine you going there.
Just imagine me, an almost 19-year-old boy, on a cruise ship filled with anywhere between 50 to 70-year-old men and women who are all just looking to bone.
Oh my God.
But like me, I'm like thinking that it's just a regular cruise ship.
Yeah, just like
this would be like a great sitcom.
Somebody gets trapped on a.
I'm trying to enjoy a vacation, and there are just a bunch of people, like old people, hitting on me, but I'm too oblivious to realize it.
Yeah, you think they're just being like nice or something?
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk.
If nothing else, like an episode of a sitcom.
Yeah, like one good episode, maybe like a special episode, 2-parter.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and tell me about what happened today.
Oh, today
in history.
September 2nd,
Uh-huh.
1864.
That's when Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Nope.
Oh.
A little bit off. Union General William T. Sherman captures and burns Atlanta during Savannah Campaign.
Jesus Christ. Let's burn a city to the ground, am I right?
Yeah, they went hard.
I've been to Atlanta before a couple of times. It's actually
Was it still on fire?
Yeah, basically. It's a pretty good city. I liked it. They have a
I
World
think I've
of
only
Coke
been
museum.
in Atlanta one time.
Most of the time when I've been to Atlanta, it's been driving through, and I always remember because we used to go on like occasional Florida trips, and driving through Atlanta, it had a smell to it. And I remember dreading driving through Atlanta because I was like, this city smells.
Yeah, we drove through Atlanta one time,
but
I think it was rush hour, so it was really bad.
Yeah. Then me and my dad and one of my uncles went down there for a little while. Like I think it was I don't remember how long we went down there, but it was pretty fun. There's like a World of Coke museum, pretty cool aquarium, stuff like that.
Cool stuff.
But a fun fact about Mr. Sherman's campaign through Georgia is he was actually just like a really big New England Patriots fan, and they went and played the Atlanta Falcons and lost.
Yeah, so he got pissed.
He got really mad.
The Union Army against.
Burned down the entire city just because the Patriots lost.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty interesting fact that a lot of people don't really know.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Maybe.
But here's a true fact.
Okay.
History books have actually gotten his name wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually William T. Sherbert.
Okay.
And he made sherbet. He's the guy who made sherbet.
He invented sherbet. Just imagine that every world history book ever got your name wrong. That's a great. I mean, he could have. Maybe this is what it. I think you're right. I just think that like the information is a little off. Maybe he did make
hold on.
sherbet.
I might be misremembering this. I think everybody's saying sherbet wrong, and I think it's supposed to be Sherman.
Yeah, he said this is my new ice cream type dessert, Sherman. The first guy who tried it goes sherbet, and he's like, no, Sherman. And before
sherbet, I love this.
Oh, sherbet,
guys, sherbet.
Yeah, he turns around and he's like, everyone, come get this sherbet.
He's like, damn it! And he was selling it in Atlanta, so he burnt the city to the ground.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay. Go ahead. What's the next thing?
Get this over with.
Get it over with.
September 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Bicentennial Day.
Okay. Elaborate, please.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Bicentennial Day.
Okay. I thought you said bicentennial.
No,
I was like elaborate,
bison
please.
-10 space yell space day.
Bison 10.
I'm going to read you the description.
Okay, please. I'm confused.
Bicentennial Day is a wacky day that takes its name from a play on the word bicentennial.
Okay.
No shit.
Really?
If you say bicentennial very quickly, it sounds like you're saying bicentennial.
Okay.
But what's the point? The day exists to celebrate the 200th birthday either of an imaginary person or the person who invented 10 verbal signals to yell to soldiers during a war. On one hand, the day is dedicated to an imaginary person. Every year the person turns 200. On the other hand, it's to honor the inventor. What the fuck is this? I feel like I'm listening to a crazy person. I feel like I'm reading Time Cube again.
I feel like I'm having a stroke right now. I don't know what's happening.
Who also apparently turns 200 each year. Soldiers had to memorize the meanings of the secret signals I
Sam, I'm
I don't-
so confused.
I don't think this is a real day. Bison 10
They're pranking you. You've been pranked.
day. Hold on. If this is a real thing, oh
What?
my god.
Is it?
Every day is special. Bicentennial Day.
What the fuck, dude?
What is this? Today's holiday is pretty goofball. It's supposed to be bicentennial birthday of a fictional person. What fictional person?
Who? Anyone? Just any person?
A boy or girl was born
Bison.
every year in
10.
a bicentennial birth.
Yell.
It's all one giant and bad pun. This makes... Okay, hold on. Did somebody just like go like bicentennial? That's funny. I'm gonna make a holiday. I hate humanity.
It's always been observed annually on September 2nd. What the fuck?
I hate this. I hate and love all of this.
I'm just so confused.
I just like how the description made no sense.
It sounded like someone had a stroke while writing it and did not
It's like
know what
Time
they were
Cube.
typing.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember Time Cube.
How to observe. Hold on, I didn't read this.
What?
The day can be celebrated in a few different ways. You could make up an imaginary person and celebrate their 200th birthday. A backstory could be created about them as to why they are important, and the story could be written down. You could possibly even make them change history, like Sherbert. You could have a party or bake a cake for them. The 200th birthday of the person who invented battle signals could also be celebrated. Why battle signals?
I'm so confused. Sam.
I feel like I'm looking at an inside joke that I don't understand.
This has broken me.
Okay, well, that's been our show.
I am a broken man right now.
And now Trace is going to do the outro.
Am I? I don't even know.
I think you are.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Anyway, that's been the podcast. Thanks for listening, I guess. Celebrate Bicentennial Day. Celebrate the burning of an entire city.
Celebrate the birthday of a fictional character who may or may not have invented war signals.
Or anything. I don't even know. Anyway, this has been From Our Perspective. Thank you all for listening. If you would like to listen to our other catalog of episodes, you can find us pretty much anywhere that other podcasts are found. Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, YouTube, stuff like that. Leave a comment, leave a review, leave a rating if you can. If not, just subscribe, download the episodes, listen to them. You know, let us know how we're doing, good, better. Otherwise, we'd love to hear you. You could also follow us on social media at FOP_pod on Instagram and Twitter, and From Our Perspective on YouTube. Other than that, we post the podcast every Monday. I will see you, and we'll see you next Monday. I feel like I've done that before again.
Yes, you have.
And we will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo!